All right, so when I go over the scan with the client, I am going to explain that the top part is just the information that you entered into the scan. And then we're going to go over lean body mass. Lean body mass this is fantastic because you're in between optimal. Optimal is between these ranges here. The higher this number is, the more lean muscle mass you have. Lean body mass is actually your organs, your bones, your tissue, your skin, all of those things, and your scalp muscle mass. This is breaking down just your muscle mass in your body. This is your ideal range. You are between those ranges of optimal, which is fantastic. It's never a bad thing to continue to gain muscle, so getting up into that higher range. Protein is the protein in your bloodstream. It is not the protein intake that you consume every day, but having a higher protein intake can help increase your protein in your blood so that it improves all of your results. Mineral is the mineral content in your blood. It does not mean the mineral, or not in your blood, mineral content in your bones. It is not bone density, but it does reflect if we have some concerns for osteopenia or osteoporosis. So if it's underneath that 7.3, which one this one is, I would recommend getting a DEXA scan so that they can see where they're at with their bone density and continue to strength train or start strength training to improve that mineral content in your bones. Total body water is the body water in your whole body. It also breaks it down here into intracellular and extracellular fluid. You're at optimal, which is in between this number. Getting more hydration can help increase this number. You are ideal. It's perfect. There's no inflammation or dehydration because these numbers would reflect that. If you had more extracellular fluid, it would mean that you were inflamed. And if you have more intracellular fluid, it would mean that you're dehydrated. And so we want that to be 65-35. Another thing that can help increase total body water is electrolytes, which can help with that as well. This is going to show body fat mass in pounds. So we want to be ideally in this range. This scan is under. I would highly recommend increasing calories for this person and protein and carb intake so that they can stay in that increased body fat mass as well as muscle mass at the same time. Visceral fat for this person is optimal, so there is no health risk here as far as organs, the muscle around your organs. Subcutaneous fat is the fat underneath your skin, and this person is at 15%. So this is going to take all your visceral fat area in centimeters by measuring it and giving us where you're at as far as centimeters. This person is underneath. Which is telling us like the subcutaneous and the visceral is going to all reflect here, and telling us she's at 13.7% body fat. Ideal range for a woman is between 20 and 30%. So for you, I would definitely recommend increasing calories so that you are eating at least 2,100 calories and that you have enough protein, carbs, and fat. This one is increasing your carb intake so that you can increase muscle mass and increase fat. As far as your BMR, this is your basal metabolic rate, or your the amount of calories that you need just to maintain and sustain life if you were just sitting on a couch and doing nothing all day long. This is your total energy expenditure based on our optimal health. So this would mean like you would be staying in that maintenance calorie zone. And so if you're not currently eating this, I would definitely recommend reverse dieting from that BMR all the way up to that, and keeping track so that you can increase your body fat mass and body fat percentage at the same time building muscle by strength training. This is great because your right arm and your left arm are both balanced, right? So you can see that your fat mass for your right and your left are equal. This says your upper and lower are unbalanced. All that means is that you have more fat or body or strength on one side versus upper versus lower. It's not anything to be concerned about, but right here it does say that your lean mass for your left leg is optimal and your right leg as well. So those are pretty even, but it is telling me that your upper body is a little under, so you could stand to gain some muscle in your upper body to make it more balanced, and fat mass in both upper and lower body. Your fat mass in your torso is also low, but your lean mass is optimal. So increasing fat by eating more carbs and protein and calories is definitely going to help. And then This is fantastic. So this just tells us that your circumference is less than 35, so there's no health risk, but the health risk is that you're underneath the recommended fat ratio, waist to hip ratio, and that can also be a sign of health condition, and it can increase chances of bone fracture if you're not eating enough calories in food. So based on the recommendations on this scan, I would definitely increase calories, make sure you're eating enough carbs and protein, and then as far as the supplements are concerned, all of these are fantastic supplements. Definitely getting whey protein isolate in to help meet your protein intake, along with lean protein bar snacks. Vitamin B can help with energy. If you're not eating enough greens and fruit, you can get greens, more fiber, and multivitamins. You can get vitamins from those things. And then L-glutamine can be helpful too. Probiotics, if you're having a lot of digestive issues, can help with that as well. And we carry all of these here in the gym, especially. I would recommend never fasting when you're working out, so that can help by drinking BCAAs if it's hard for you to eat before a workout, because this can preserve lean muscle mass and help you increase your body fat mass. So yeah, any questions or anything else I can help you with? If you ever have any questions in the future, you can always refer to the back. It explains all of these in more detail. But according to this scan, I would love to be able to work with you. Your BioAge is fantastic to help you build muscle if that's something you want to work on. Or we have our nutrition challenge too that also is going over these things as well.